Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another kind of unboxing, kind of long-term use review, and kind of comparison. So what I wanted to do today was something a little bit different on that basis. I want to give you a bit of an insight into these Skywatches. I only ever came across Skywatch because I was a member of Watch Gang, and I noticed their watches on, I think, tier 4 of the wheel on Watch Gang. If you're not familiar with that, you can check them out on the link below and find out a bit more about the website and about what the wheel is. It's basically a roulette wheel of watches. So that's how I came across Skywatch. And I must say, at first, I was a little bit skeptical. I thought, surely this brand, or these watches aren't that good. They look, in the photographs, if you don't delve into it far enough, they look kind of plasticky. And it's due to the kind of materials used, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, because I had the great fortune to actually get a conversation with the founder and designer of these watches, Gabriel Ibarra. He gave me a call back last week and we had a great chat for like 40 minutes just about the watches, about the materials, the ethos of the company, what kind of goes into the process of building these watches, and what they're trying to do within their industry. And it was such a fascinating conversation. I wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of an insight into that. So for reference sake, I got this Skywatch, which is the poppy red and black, last week. Purchased that. I traded for this, which is the black and blue. Both of these are 44mm casings. Now I'll talk a little bit about the detail of that and what it means for the watches and the materials used, because it's slightly different compared to the other watch that I'm going to do a quick unboxing for. So with these two watches, I got these last week. I was expecting just kind of, plasticky watches, not because, they retail for $495 online, so they're expensive enough watches, kind of middle bracket, but I don't know, I kind of expected them to be sort of a little bit plasticky, maybe lightweight, kind of that, they kind of have the sporty sort of look, and a lot of sporty watches are really lightweight and plasticky and not a great build quality. So that's what I was expecting, and to be honest, what I got couldn't be further from that, and that's why I wanted to do this quick comparison video. So this Skywatch, the poppy red, I want to show you a little bit more detail on. This has actually become my daily driver over the last couple of weeks. I love this watch. Everything about it, the weight of it, which is, again, speaks to the quality. When you pick one of these watches up, there's a heaviness to it, but not like overbearing or anything. It's only a 44mm casing, so it's not going to be kind of crazy weight or anything like that, but there's a beautiful, really nice weight to everything. The materials used, when you look up close, you start seeing a lot of the details, and this is something that Gabriel was talking through with me. The bezel itself, and you'll see the sheen off the bezel, it's really, really shiny. That's actually an enamel coating that runs over the bezel, and you'll also see that coating does not kind of waterfall or cascade over the edge onto the main stainless steel, which is like it's a brushed stainless steel, and these particular ones, the 44mm models, are this lovely black color, really nice kind of satin black sheen. You get that the Skywatch emblem here on the crown, a lot of detail to it, just a lovely weight to it. Then if you move on to the strap, on the 44mm, you get this beautiful silicone strap. Now, before you go off in the comments about silicone straps and being uncomfortable and catching hairs in your arms and all that kind of stuff, this is not like a silicone strap that I've seen or used in the past. I've used plenty of silicone straps. I get where you're coming from. This is actually a beautiful strap. I'll tell you why. First of all, it is beautifully soft and smooth. It's not a fingerprint magnet or anything like that. It's got this lovely stitching, which is a great little detail in it. You have a little other elements, some here like the Skywatch branding, if you can see that on this side. You've got the Skywatch brand here, and then the back of it you can see here Swiss made watches. That's what when I was talking to Gabriel, he was talking about. It's all about quality with them, and he was telling me even down to the bezel, the way the enamel does not kind of flow over the edge of that. He said the failure rate on the manufacturing in that is so high because it's such a precise thing, is to try and get that to end perfectly where the bezel kind of reaches its right angle. So they don't let the watches go unless it perfectly does that. So it just shows you some of the detail that they go into when they're making these watches. And like I say, you're never going to be able to feel this on camera, but I can tell you right now, I expected this to be a light and kind of plasticky watch, and it could not be anything further from that. So that's my experience of the Skywatch over the last week. Personally speaking, I have gravitated towards the poppy red and black. That's become my daily watch. I've worn this a couple of times, but I keep coming back to this. I just think it's beautiful. Yeah, it's all subjective. Some people will prefer this, some people prefer that. It's one of those things. Another really interesting thing, before I get on to this other watch, which is the 46mm, and I talk a little bit more about the specifications of each of these watches, where they differ, where they're similar, is that something you may have noticed in these watches, and I noticed it, and I spoke to other people, and they were like, yeah, I wonder what's going on with that, is that this watch makes sense, right? You've got the blue bezel, and you've got the blue strap, the little bands on the strap, okay? That makes sense. This one, you're like, oh wait, hang on, should it not be like a matching, poppy, this is poppy red. To me, it's very, very orange, but here's the deal with the blue on the strap. So any Skywatch, no matter what you get, will always come with these. The reason being is it's like a mark, it's like a stamp of the brand, so that lots of people have sporty watches and you put them on your wrist and the black band and you've got a coloured bezel, but mostly they will either do a matching band at these little clasps, or they'll do it like pure black or something like that. So this is how you tell it's a Skywatch, is they always have this little double band on the watch, regardless of what the front colour is. So I thought that was kind of a cool little anecdote from the finder, and just a little design thing, and something about the brand which is a little bit different. But let me tell you, this 44mm, I have grown to love this. I keep going to my watch box, and I keep going to pick out something, and I keep coming back to this one just for daily wear, going to the pool, going to sporting events, just normal wear and tear, because it is this is by far the most comfortable strap I have. That may be overtaken by this new one, I don't know, but the silicone strap on this is so comfortable, and it's just a cool, funky look. Great quality as well. It feels heavy and weighted and poised, and just the quality of the materials that you see in this, it's exceptional across the board. So I just want to get that out there first of all. Now what we'll do is a quick unboxing of the 46mm version. Alright, so this one is a little bit different, and I didn't realize this until speaking with Gabriel. So with the 44mm, you get 100 meters water resistance, you get the rotating bezel, so that's fine, rotating bezel, it's all good. You get the Super Luminova, which I've tested a little bit, and it's been brilliant all around here. It's a chronograph, of course, silicone strap, so premium rubber strap with the nice stitching, and it's a mineral crystal. It's also a pop-out crown, which again, just bear that in mind as I go to unbox this, and we'll talk a little bit about the specs of this one. So 44mm bezel, diameter. It's got the nice black, matte black, really sleek looking stainless steel there. Obviously doesn't carry over the back. It's a beautiful stainless steel with the Skywatch brand there. It looks fantastic. A lot of those details are different in this watch, so let's get the unboxing done and we'll deal with that. Okay, so this then is the 46mm variant of the Skywatch. So it differs a little bit from these ones, not only in size. So this is 44mm, which is it's a really beautiful size, I have to say. This is a 46. Slightly different size. Overall, the markings are pretty much identical. It almost looks to me on first glance that the branding on the face is a little bit darker in this, a little bit lighter in that. The numbers and the demarcations are, again, they have like a silver finish to them. And so I think that's a slight difference you can probably see on camera there. The other things to bear in mind are, this is a 200mm, this is a 100mm in terms of water resistance. They both have rotating bezels, they're both chronographs, both have Super Luminova. I don't think they differ between models. The difference is that this has a sailcloth strap and this has the silicone. Now, I've already said the silicone is phenomenal. It's the best silicone strap I've used. But this one has a sailcloth strap, so it remains to be seen what that's like. The other couple of differences are this has a sapphire crystal, so super scratch resistant, a little bit more robust than the mineral crystal. This one retails $595, this one at $495. So with that said, let's get the unboxing done. We have just basically a very simple presentation of the watch, right? So then you start lifting it out, and most of it comes, or it all comes out like this, so you're just left with a little plastic display box. Whoa, okay. So in the box, before we deal with the watch, in the box we have this little owner's manual. Just runs through the usual, you know, how to set the time, chrono placement, how it all works. So pretty basic stuff, but useful nonetheless. So we set that aside. Then we've got the warranty card, the authentication card that comes with every Skywatch. So we have a specific number. We've got all the detail there. This one, it says 100 meters. We know this model is the 46. It comes with 200 meters water resistance, slightly more, slightly higher spec. So that's the box out of the way. Then we have the watch itself, and around the side. So the sailcloth, I'll immediately say, the sailcloth has a more matte kind of finish. You know, less kind of, well, less rubbery, funny enough, than the 44mm. It does have the Skywatch clasping brand. We've got nice stitching on this as well, and a slightly different material for these little bands. You'll see on the 44mm it's silicone. On this it's like a leather or a leatherette. Not sure, hopefully you can see the slight difference in that. You get a sheen off this. This is pretty much pure matte. Really nice feel to these as well, but nevertheless. Then you have this little stopper in the back which just slides out, and that gives you access to pull out the watch. And then we just slide the watch out. Creates a bit of tear in there, but that's all good. A little bit more information on the side here. And then we have the watch itself. So now, like I said, with the 44mm, what I noticed was the weight of the thing. Now this is nice and heavy. Doesn't feel too much different, but I'm sure it is a little bit, you know, a few more grams or whatever. Lovely quality around the sides there. You see the Skywatch brand. Again, you've got that beautiful enamel bezel, which is really maybe a little bit more striking on the larger one. And again, I think because the way it has been, you know, the enamel coating has gone on it, it's more noticeable in this model where it goes over the, or where it does not go over the edge. So you don't get it appear on this kind of right angled part at all. The enamel just sits nicely on top. Really lovely sheen off it. Like I say, the demarcations around the around everything on the face, in fact both the hands of the face and the numbers and the demarcations and everything, it's black in the 44mm Skywatch, which I would dare say has been designed to match the profile and match the stainless steel perfectly. And on this one it's silver, so you get that little bit of a lighter feel to the whole thing, but really nice all the same. You'll see there the actual chunkiness of the two watches is quite markedly different. If we look just side by side here, you know, it's substantially chunkier on the 46mm. Actually much more so than I thought it would be. Like, look at the height difference in that. The bezel looks pretty much the same height, but just slightly different again. So yeah, I mean, this, to me, they're both beautiful watches. This is just a little bit kind of more understated, sleek looking with that black, and I love the black stainless steel. It's something that really I wasn't sure about whether I would like it, and then when it arrived I was like, wow, this is more my kind of look, really sleek kind of thing. You've got on the back side of this, then we have the genuine leather, I assume, at the back of the sailcloth, whereas we have the kind of ribbed silicone, which again, super comfortable, so don't worry about that if you're thinking about one of these watches. And then you've just got that nice chunky stainless steel all the way around on this one. Not much else is different. Let's get it the right way around. Very easy to move bezel on this one. It's just that bit bigger and easier to grasp. The 44mm is very easy as well. A little bit more of a defined click on this. So there you go. There's the two watch sizes on each wrist. 46mm, a little bit chunkier, a little bit beefier there. You can see the rise on that off the wrist. The 44mm then, just a really beautiful size. I love this watch just for everyday use. Very sleek with the black, and again, just you see the profile does not quite rise up quite so much on the 44 versus the 46, which is to be expected. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate your time. Let me know if you have any questions or queries about these watches or the brand or anything like that. I'll do my best to answer those questions. Like I say, a couple of the differences just to reiterate: the 44mm, of course 44mm, slightly smaller, the black satin stainless steel with the black profile on the bezel, the silicone watch strap with the nice stitching down the center, mineral crystal on these, and a pull-out crown. On the larger 46 then, the difference, the sailcloth strap, really beautiful, so it's kind of sailcloth and then kind of suede on the back. We have the stainless steel casing and bezel profile, same type of enamel used, I assume, on the bezel, but then we have a sapphire crystal on the face of the watch, so potentially a little bit more robust, and then a screw out crown on this as well. Plus we get 200mm water resistance versus 100mm on the smaller models. So hopefully that's clear. As I say, let me know if you have any questions or queries. Hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and I can keep you posted as I release new stuff. Meantime, guys, hope you're keeping well. Have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next one.